Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to make a little mini pocket journal. And you could decorate it as just a little pocket journal, or you could decorate it as a mini travel journal. Just depends on what decorations you put on it and what you want to call it. And this would be a good mass make or a scrap buster. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you like my video, I just ask that you check out my other videos, like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I seen Vintage Lace Journal do this, as well as a couple others. So I just kind of followed her tutorial, and I like the way she explained it because she said that by us doing our videos, we're not copying off of anybody per se. We're giving each other ideas, and what someone might see on this channel they wouldn't see because they don't follow that person, so they would see it on another channel. So I can't feel bad about, following her tutorial, because it is a cute little journal, and that's what I like to do. I like to learn new things and show others, and we can all learn together. And if you've already, seen the tutorials, well, that's good also, but generally somebody else does something just a little tiny bit different, and you use different papers and stuff like that. So I just wanted to say that. So, I don't want anybody to think I'm just copying off of somebody else, because that's not the case. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're just using an 8.5 by 11 paper. This is a little tiny bit heavier than just a regular printer paper. As far as the weight, I don't know what it is. It's just has a little bit more stability to it. But you can use whatever you want. She just used a plain white background, and then she just kind of highlighted it a little bit with ink and stuff. So you start off by folding in half long ways. You're just going to fold up to your corners. Try to even everything up. And then, if you have to afterward, you can always trim. I want to go grab my bone folder real quick. Hang on. Okay, I always seem to forget to grab something. So you want to crease them good. And after you do that, you're going to open it back up, and we're going to fold it in half this way. And if you haven't never watched her channel, pop on over there and watch. She makes a lot of pretty stuff. This was one of her old videos. Okay. Now, I have to think here a second. Okay, so then after we fold it in half like this, we're going to open it back up, turn it sideways, fold it back in half again. Fold it like this. Kind of try to make sure you're... So I don't want to confuse anybody. Let's do this again. We're going to fold it in half like this. Then we're going to turn it around, fold it in half like this. And we're going to open it back up and turn it sideways again with the 11-inch piece on top. Fold it back in half. Fold it in half again. And then we're going to try to even up our edges. And just kind of press that down good. Then we're going to take this part here and fold it back on itself. Try to make sure you even up your edges best as possible. Burnish that down. And we're going to turn it over and fold this one back. Try to even up our edges again. And fold this down. Okay. Now we have this. Kind of like this thing here. So we're going to open it up, turn it back long ways again with 8.5 on top. Now I need to just ink this little center thing a little tiny bit so I can see it, because my lights are kind of bright. And I have bifocals, and they don't always help you see anything. All right, so we're going to take our knife. Generally, I do all of this stuff in advance, but I wanted to do this on camera so everyone could see it. Now, you guys might have already done stuff like this. And I'm just going to use my knife cut from my score line down the center to the bottom score line. And that's all we're going to cut. And then we'll have this. So then we're just going to pull this apart and flip this over. If it cooperates with me, we'll just flip this over. There we go. Good thing I don't have to figure out mystery games. All right, so let's open it back up one more time. We're just going to pull this up, flip these over. She made it look so easy. Flip that in and flip that in. That's not right. Now I think I got it. We're going to pull this up, flip this like this. We're going to fold this way and this way, and we're going to fold this back because your spine is going to be on the left side. And then we're going to, so if you haven't done it before, just practice a little bit. Going to make sure our edges are nice and flat. And try to even all of this stuff back up again because it was even before. Could just be from folding it. So that's still not even. Let's see what we're doing here. Let me burnish this. Well, for one thing, this is not even here. There are some things when somebody else does it, it looks really easy. Now, I sat at my table and did it just fine, but I wasn't on camera then. So flip that back, flip that back, flip that over. I'm just going to kind of pull this up a little bit and see if I can get it down flat. And that's better than it was before. Now trimming, you just have to make sure you don't trim your parts that are folded together. There was a couple on hers that she had to trim a little tiny bit. So you just trim them to make them as even as you can. I was going to say, how did I get brown ink on that? All right. Now, the way it's folded, as I said, we're going to have the spine on this side. So here we're going to have a top pocket. On this page, we're going to have a side pocket. And then on this page, we're going to have another top pocket. And on our last page, we're going to have another side pocket. So, I think we're going to start by gluing this one down so I can get it down flat like it's supposed to be. So we're just going to use a little bit of glue and run across the bottom. You want to try to stay close to your edge. And on this one, so there's our side pocket right there. So then on this one, we're only going to glue down the bottom because of our top pocket. And we'll bring this one over and we're going to glue this bottom part for another side pocket. And I'm going to try to bring this down a little bit better. I want to bring that corner in. And we can smooth that out. And on this one, let me flatten this down a little bit. Probably on one of the side pockets I should have put a little bit of glue, or on one of the top pockets I should have put a little bit of glue along the edge just to seal it, and I didn't, so we'll just do that now. We'll just put a little bit of glue in there, and then we'll just go right across the bottom here. We'll just smush that glue down so it seals that edge. And we're going to bring this around flatten it back down. And gather all of these up as even as we can and flatten this down. And it's not going to be perfect. I don't think anybody can get them absolutely perfect. So we'll have a top pocket. We'll have a side pocket. Another top pocket. And another side pocket. So now I'm going to just go around all of my edges, and I'm going to ink everything, kind of like ink my pages up a little bit so they're not quite so white. And then we'll be back. Okay, so I got everything inked. I kind of went over this just with a lighter brown, just to, highlight the background a little bit. And then I went around it with a darker brown to do the edges. So we're going to go ahead and start. We'll do the covers last. We're going to start our decorating now. So I have all of my pieces figured out of what I want to put on each page. They're going to be like little clusters, most of them. Well, yeah, pretty much all of them. And this little label here can be used as a little journal spot, and then I'm just going to have that number up there. So I'm going to glue this down first. I've inked around all of my little pieces. I just mainly did like book page, music paper. This is out of an old dictionary. Make sure that's in the right place. This music page here is really, really old. Tears really easy. Just put that down there. Sorry it took me so long to figure. I think I'll leave them numbers showing. That's pretty cool. Sorry it took me so long to figure out the fold on this. I mean, like I said, I sat at my dining room table. I had one cut out so I, could practice on it. Folded it with not a care in the world. Okay, on our next one, I'm going to use this. This is supposed to be like a postcard label. And I'm going to use this as a pocket. Just going to put this up here at the top. Now, even though the little squares are on here, a little bit of journaling can be done on that. Have a couple little tags to go in the pocket. And after we get all decorated, we'll put our tags in our pockets, in our top and side pockets. The bottom of this could be left open as a little top tuck, but I'm just going to glue it down. Some of my brown got a little darker in some spots than others, but can't say I always like it that brown. So So these can be journaled on the back. This can be journaled on the front. This can be journaled on the front. So we'll just stick them in there. That's page 2. Once you figure out how to fold this, get everything going, then it'll all come together really fast. Now on this one, I'm just going to do a belly band. I don't think this is the right size. No, it's not. So I have to see where I have to cut it out without cutting the bottom of my little booklet. All right, now I'll just ink these edges. Wasn't sure, so I didn't ink the bottom. Top edge is inked. And we're just going to glue the top edge and the bottom edge. I think the whole idea of this little journal is fun. For any occasion that you would want to use it for. Now this is just a little tag. You can slide it in there for journaling. Now our next page. I used this music paper as just a bottom pocket. And then we'll have this little label in there. So let me put my pocket down first. I'm just going to glue the 3 sides. And then up top, I thought we would just keep with the music. This was a little leftover piece, so no sense throwing it away. And then I would just put the little notes thing on there. And I think we'll put it this way. And then this little tag can be used to put your little notes on. I just rounded the corners on it. And that page turned out cute. You could always decorate your pocket with a little something, but I think the music notes look pretty good. So now we'll go to the next one. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I made too many pockets. All right, I think we'll do this one. I'm going to make this one a little side tuck. Just thought I would put this on top. A piece of a book page here, and then another little thing of music there. So I'm going to glue this on first. Let's see. You can go a long ways under there and then you can still see it. So you can even put a wider one than that in. But I'm going to go ahead and glue these 3 sides. I'll glue this piece down. Now these music notes on the back are fancy too, but I liked these numbers. And we'll just stick that in there. So there's journaling on the front and back both. All right, now for our last page, I think I'll do another belly band. Because then we have this big old ticket that can be journaled on. So I'll go ahead and trim this off. And I'll just ink this edge. Like I say, if you want to use it as a travel journal, just put, you know, like all of your travel stuff in. Cameras and luggage and destination places, tickets. If you have a lot of stamps, you can stamp a lot on your backgrounds. And then I think that's a nice big journaling card to go in there. Okay, now, as long as we're right here, we'll just go ahead and do the back cover. And the back cover is pretty simple. I'm just going to glue this on here. I'm going to put a little paper clip on to hold this down. Do it over here and over here. Make it easier. Okay. I'm just going to put this like this, I think. Maybe I want this paper under here. Maybe I want that down just a little. Something like that. So we'll glue this page down first. Yeah, I think that looks good like that. And then that can just be up a little bit. Almost looks like a state. And these are just leftovers from some other projects. So it's a good way to use up your scraps. No sense throwing them away. All right, so there's our back cover. Now for our front cover. Let's see what all I have here. Kind of set that something like that, and just have my music page like that. I think I'll do that. Or do I want it like that? Maybe I'll put it like that instead. So we'll go ahead and glue this one down first. So Sometimes I put them on there and know how I want them, and then I change my mind. Because then I think something else will look better. Let me move that over just a little bit. Now we'll glue this down. And this book here, I coffee dyed it. It's not an old book, but the pages are really heavy. Okay, we'll just do something like that, and then I think we'll put this on there like that. I think that'll work. Something like that. Then I'm going to take this and put in the center. It says postcard on it. I'm going to put this date across here. 9 October 18. That was quite a long time ago. And then, kind of got heavy on the brown right there. But I'm going to put this down here. But I guess it goes with the rest of it, okay. Alright, and there's my cover. So we'll flip through. No, we ain't going to flip through yet. We're going to do our tags. I have 2 tags that are going to go in sideways, and I just kept with the music paper. I thought, instead of trying to figure out something else that just didn't go with what I had on here, thought I would just do the music paper. This one is a different piece than the other one, and this one is really, really thin and fragile. And then I'm just going to glue, this is a piece off of the side or the bottom of the page. So I'm just going to glue that on there. Dryer beeped, had to run real quick. All right, so there's that tag. Make sure I put it on right. So if you had someone that really liked music, this would be a good little pocket journal for them. There's that one. Goes like this, I guess. I grew up listening to John Philip Sousa because my dad liked music like that. And I think just using the side pieces or the bottom pieces from the paper works good too. Just kind of all coordinates together. I like that side better. And you could make little notes on here. There's enough space. Okay. There we go. All right. So this is our cover. This is our first page. We have a little journaling spot there. You can stick your tag in. There's journaling space on the back of the tag. If you wanted to decorate your tab, you could do that. So I guess it doesn't really matter because it's not decorated. Doesn't matter which way you turn it. If you have decorations up higher on your tag, then you could leave it stick out a little bit. You could leave it stick out a little bit like that, and your music paper would show. Almost looks like it's cockeyed. And then our second page, and we have a couple little tags. Journaling space here in the center where it's blank. Journaling space there. And we're going to put one of our little side tag or journaling cards in. And there's journaling space on the back. Same here. You can leave it stick out a little bit so you can see the design on it. Page 3 is a little belly band. And then we have another top. No, we don't. That was our side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Page 4, you have journaling tag there. You have journaling spot there. And this is our top pocket for our tag to go in there. And I rounded the corners on my tags, so you could leave that stick up a little bit if you wanted to. This page has a little journaling tag. You can make little notes along there. If you have a longer one, you could stick it in that way. You could still stick it in that way and just leave it stick out a little bit. And then here we have another belly band with a good sized tag for journaling. And our last side pocket. So what do you think about the little mini pocket folder? And then our back. So let me know down in the comments what you think. Have any questions, comments, ideas? Just let me know. Hope you come back to see me for my next video. And until then, everyone have a nice day and happy crafting. Bye for now.